This case starts off with a serious accusation, but what unfolds is far worse than anyone expected. A woman on probation for bribery is now back in court, not for a small mistake, but for completely disappearing from supervision for nearly 2 years. No check-ins, no communication, nothing. And in a system where probation is essentially a second chance instead of prison, that kind of silence can be deadly for your case. The judge already knows her history, and this isn't her first violation. So now the question becomes, is this someone who made a mistake, or someone who never intended to follow the rules at all?
State.
You'll go ahead and raise the other things.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
We're requesting that you continue her with an extension, Your Honor, and I'd like to call her as a witness at the appropriate time.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you lower your hand, state your name for the record?
Jessica Murillo.
All right, defense?
Jessica, I'm going to ask you some questions. Make sure you answer everything truthfully and directly to the point.
Yes.
You did not report to probation in excess of 2 years, correct? What was going on?
I didn't have transportation.
Okay.
at the time.
When did you discover you didn't have transportation?
Um.
Early on?
Yes, at the beginning of
Okay.
the year.
Where were
All
you
right,
live?
so let me stop you right there. Here's the thing. Court reporter has to take down everything that's being said. You're
Okay.
mumbling. I know she can't hear, or she's straining to hear. I can't hear you because my allergies are acting up today.
Okay,
All right, so
so,
you need to keep your voice up so everybody can hear.
yes, Judge.
Yes, talk quite loud to almost to where you think you're shouting.
Yes,
Were you
sir.
living here in San Antonio?
No,
Where were you living?
in Floresville.
Okay. And does the Via bus go out to Floresville?
No, it doesn't.
And were you reporting in San Antonio, or were you supposed to report in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Did you have contact with your probation officer?
No, I didn't.
Were you aware that you could have asked for your probation to be transferred to Floresville?
I wasn't.
You said you never had contact with your probation officer?
I did, I reported 2 times. I believe it was 2 times that I stopped.
And did you know how to reach your probation officer by telephone or email?
I did.
And did you contact him by telephone or email?
I did not.
Did you have anything going on in your life aside from lack of transportation?
I mean, I was not living at home.
Now, this is where things get complicated and emotional. The defendant reveals she was homeless, living on the streets, and struggling with drug use during the exact time she failed to report. From a human perspective, that's a difficult situation. But legally, the court looks at responsibility differently. Even in hardship, probation requires communication, phone calls, emails, or requests for transfer. And the judge highlights something critical. She had the ability to reach out, but chose not to. Still, she claims she's now been sober for a year and a half. That raises an important question for you watching. Should the court focus on who she was back then, or who she claims to be today?
No excuses. I will even be outpatient.
Do you live in San Antonio now?
I live in Floresville.
You're
But
still
I
in
have
Florida?
transportation now.
You do?
Yes, I do.
And now you're also aware you could request a transfer to Wilton County, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long have you been in jail up to now?
Going on a month and on the 26th, I'll be up.
Okay. Do you think you've learned your lesson?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I can't do this.
You understand that in the event the judge continues you on probation, you're probably on your last chance. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that there might be conditions that you have to abide by that frankly aren't a whole lot of fun and might be a pain.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with whatever.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
This is your third motion to revoke, is that correct?
Excuse me?
This is your third motion to revoke your probation. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, no further questions.
This is a turning point, and it's not looking good for the defendant. The judge pulls up her history and reveals this is actually her third motion to revoke probation. That changes everything. This isn't a one-time failure. It's a pattern. And it gets worse. She had already been given another chance before, with clear instructions like weekly reporting and drug testing. Instead of complying, she disappeared again. In legal terms, this shows what courts call non-compliance with supervision, and judges take that very seriously. The judge even states it directly. She hasn't completed a single condition of her probation. At this point, do you think another chance is deserved, or has she already used them all?
It was me because this is my writing. I recognize it.
Yes.
It was a violation of condition number 5, which is not reporting. I denied the motion. And the prosecutor, it wasn't this prosecutor, but another prosecutor asked for zero tolerance. And I told people, I really don't do zero tolerance. You just need to do what you're being asked to do. But
Judge.
they said, no, judge, please, zero tolerance. And I wrote down zero tolerance. You were to do a UA by 11:30 a.m. on January 12th, 2021. There was to be weekly Zoom reporting until further notice, and they were going to patch you. And then you just disappeared. And we haven't seen you since. So there's no reason for me not to grant the motion. You don't want to do probation. You want to do your own thing. So I'm going to grant the motion to revoke. I'm going to sentence you to the 5 years in prison. I'm going to give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. And I'll order the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but hopefully it will help you with whatever drug issues you may have. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community, but you can ask them and they'll see that I've requested it. And so that will probably be your best bet to help you, because you obviously have a major drug problem, but I can't help people who don't want to be helped. Did you review the trial court certification?
In the end, the judge makes a firm and final decision. Probation is revoked, and the defendant is sentenced to 5 years in prison. This outcome wasn't based on one mistake, but on repeated violations and a complete failure to follow court-ordered conditions. However, even in sentencing, the judge offers a path forward, recommending therapeutic community treatment to address a drug addiction. That's a key takeaway here. The justice system can offer help, but only if the individual is willing to accept it. This case is a powerful reminder that probation isn't freedom. It's a second chance with strict rules. Break those rules repeatedly, and the consequences are unavoidable. What do you think? Was this sentence justified, or should she have been given one last chance? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
So you can get there. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
So